Hi friends, today I'm going to discuss on how to grow your business using YouTube ads. Okay, so first I'll try to explain you the fundamentals, then we will also see live examples as well. Okay, so it's important that you have to tell a very good story. Okay, any YouTube ad ideally should have hook, story, offer. If you can tell a very good story which is in relation to your business, okay, and which can solve the pain points of your target audience, you can definitely win a customer for your life. Okay, so this is something very important as such. One more thing is, when you are starting your YouTube ads campaign, okay, so ideally you can start with the minimum budget of $10 a day. Okay, now have a funnel whenever you are running a YouTube ads campaign. Okay, so once you have a funnel, then it's important that you drive traffic to the funnel. Okay, now once your funnel is designed, okay, once you start driving traffic to your funnel, okay, now it is very important to know your audience at the core level, and you need to have a good offer. Okay, so let's see some live examples. So we are on slide number 2. Okay, so what is funnel basically? So I'll show you some live examples here. So okay, so this is basically a funnel. Okay, so we created this funnel for school bus tracking system. Okay, so what we did is we definitely ran YouTube ads campaign, okay, to drive traffic to this funnel. Okay, so what we did is, I'll show you here, ads.google.com. I click on sign in. Okay, then I click on my manager account. Okay, I click here. Okay, so I click on campaigns. I click search F. Okay, so what we did is we definitely ran a campaign for school bus tracking system. Okay, so this is what we did. Okay, school bus tracking system, and basically, we drive traffic to our funnel by using YouTube ads. Okay, now it's important that, okay, now I know I want to sell school bus tracking system. So ideally, who is going to be my target audience, right? So I schools in Dubai. Okay, so what I'll do is schools in Dubai. Okay, so plus principals plus LinkedIn profile, right? Okay, so this is how I'm going to find my target audience. I'm going to understand my target audience at the core level, right? Now let's go to slide number 3. Truly, you have to understand what does your audience want. Okay, right? Now your message, funnel, and offer, it has to be on point. Once your message, funnel, and offer is on customer avatar. Okay, then you have to create offers that will delight them. Okay, so now we will also understand this with example. Once you know your customer avatar, then you start creating offers that delight them, right? Then you have to start putting out consistent content on your channel and deliver as much as value as you can. Okay, right? Once this process is done, then you have to get people to binge watch your channel. That's how the algorithm will start going to click in. Correct? Okay. Now, as I told you before, you need to know your customer avatar. So my customer avatar is like schools in Dubai. So basically, now these are educational institutions. So now if I want to target schools in Dubai, so basically what I'll do is I'll target the co-founders, the principals, okay, the directors of all the schools in Dubai for school bus tracking system. They are my customer avatar, right? Okay, so now I have to create offers that delight them, correct? So basically what we will do is we will create special offers that will actually give happiness to my customer avatar. Who is my customer avatar? Schools in Dubai. Okay, so my demographic is Dubai. My school principals, CEOs, co-founders, they are my customer avatars. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create attractive offers for school bus tracking system. Okay, so which will bring happiness. I hope this is clear. Yeah. So now let's go to slide number 4. Okay, so ideally YouTube is a keyword search platform. Okay, so it is a keyword search platform, or you can say it is a keyword based platform, just like Google, right? So what you have to do is you can get people on search that has some intent on the offer, right? So in that case you can use YouTube Autosuggest tool. Okay, so ideally any customer who comes on YouTube, they have some questions in mind, right? So basically what you can do is you can start with how to keywords. Okay, we will understand this with practical also. Then you have to go to Google Keyword Planner to understand what is the search volume, correct? Then what you have to do is you have to keep testing consistently on the search volume of the keyword, see what gets traffic, correct? Then you need to have a complete advertising mindset, okay, while you're creating campaigns on YouTube, correct? Now once this is done, you have to go to YouTube. Okay, there is a search bar, put questions that will auto populate, right? Then you have to check competitors channel and see which videos are getting maximum views, right, in short time, correct? So now let's do some practicals. Okay, so now what I'll do is, what is the first point we were trying to understand? Okay, come on YouTube with some buzz. Okay, tracking. Okay, so what you can see, how to track school bus location, how to track school bus through GPS, correct? So what you can do is you can create videos on these targeted keywords, correct? Right, because generally parents will also go for school bus tracking system. So basically parents are also your customer avatar, right? Okay, so now this is school bus. So I'll just say how school bus. Okay, so you can say how school bus camera work, how school buses work, how school buses are made. Okay, so for example, how to start school business. Okay, so how to open school business, correct? So ideally these particular questions could be searched by whom? Basically school principals or school co-founders or CEOs. Basically these type of questions could be searched by them, correct? So what you have to do is you have to try to create content on these particular topics which are quite often searched, right? Okay, so this is one point. Okay, now let's go to the other point. So we understood what is YouTube Autosuggest tool. Now we'll go to Google Keyword Planner. Understand that? Yeah. So guys, just be patient. I'll show you everything in details. So we'll click on sign in. Okay, so I'll click on my manager account. Yeah. Okay. I click here. So here you'll have two options. One is discover new keywords, then get search volume and forecast. Okay, so I click on discover new keywords, right? So I'll type as school bus tracking system. Okay, so I'll change the country here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll remove India. I'll write as United Arab Emirates. Okay, I'll select this country, right? I click on save. I'll say as school bus tracking. I'll say school bus tracker. I say school bus GPS tracking system. Okay, so I put at least 4 keywords here. Then I click on get results. Okay, so ideally what you can see is it is showing that it doesn't have any keyword ideas here. So one more idea I can give you here is you go to google.com. Okay, click on preferences. Yeah, so click on show more, then click on United Arab Emirates and click on save. Okay, so basically this is Google UAE, right? So ideally this is Google Autosuggest tool. This will auto populate, correct? So I type the target keyword as school bus tracking. Okay, correct? So what you have to do is you have to filter the keywords which are the relevant ones, right? Ideally it could be school bus tracking app, school bus tracking system, school bus tracking. Okay, so I say school bus tracking, correct? Now you can also auto populate the questions. How school bus, okay, if I just say tracking. Okay, so what you can see here, how to track my school bus, right? Okay, so basically this question is suggested by Google here. Okay, so you can create useful video content here, right? Okay, so then you can also create content on the people also ask questions here. So this will really help you to grow your YouTube channel. So if you click on the videos tab here, Okay, so what you can see is how to track my school bus. So I believe Fleetwood has created this particular content here, right? So it ranking on number 2 position as such. Okay, then one more tool I like to give you friends. You can use this like keywordtool.io. Okay, so just bear with me because this is getting generated. So here also what you can do is you can select the country, okay, and you can enter the target keyword. I'll say as school bus tracking system. Then I select the option of YouTube here, right? Okay, so this will give you list of keywords here. So you can try different phrase here. For example, you can try school bus tracking. I click on search. Okay, so it initially gave me a list of 3 keywords: school bus tracking app, school bus tracking system. You can also try a different phrase here, school bus tracker. Okay, so you have to keep trying with different variations here. So the more variations you try, you'll get number of keywords. Okay, so basically you have to brainstorm the list of keywords here, right? So here what you can see is school bus tracker app, school bus GPS tracker. So you get what you can see here, guys. I scroll down. So Fleetwood has 1.78k subscribers. So ideally, last couple of years, Fleetwood is creating consistent content on their YouTube channels. So this is how they have been getting leads from the YouTube platform. Plus, you have been getting a lot of traffic, right? Fleetwood has been getting a lot of traffic from their YouTube channel as such. So ideally, YouTube is giving a lot of leads to Fleetwood. Okay, so this is how you have to create consistent content on your YouTube channel. Interesting content has to be there. I hope this makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So now we'll discuss. Okay. So if at all you want to increase subscribers with YouTube ads, I suggest you should definitely try discovery ads. Okay, so that you need to try. Okay, discovery ads. So right now they have changed the name to in-feed video ads as such. Okay, so and when you're trying to generate leads and sales, in-stream ads are recommended. Okay, so I'll show you the actual practicals. So in that case, you need to know the right targeting and the right demographic. So let's go back to YouTube ads dashboard. Okay, so let me see. Oh, alright, so I'll click here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll show you one campaign here. Okay, I click on the ad group here. So I'll show you some campaigns because I have paused this campaign here. Okay, so basically this campaign, okay, So it has given us 32,681 impressions to 407 views. View rate was 7.37%. Average CPV was 0.17%. Okay, so this is called as discovery ads. Right now it is called as in-feed video ads. Okay, these are discovery ads here, right? So discovery ad will definitely help you to improve the conversions. So we have paused this campaign, right? Okay, so that's why you might not see that. Okay, so one more thing I'll show you. See, now if at all I want to create a new campaign, correct? So I'll say school bus tracking implementation, and then I type here as keywords. Okay, so I'll enter the target keyword here as 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀.com. Okay, so I'll just show you a live example here. Okay, so I'll add the keywords here: fleet management system, digital management, fleet management solutions, telematics, fleet navigation, fleet management system, tracking, fleet management software, fleet monitoring software, fleet management technology, fleet management system features, fleet safety software. Okay, so fleet system, right? So I have added some specific keywords here. Demographics, I'll click on, I'll uncheck this, I'll uncheck this, I'll uncheck this. Okay, so I'll show you. I'll keep the bid of 0.80. Then I'll keep top content bid adjustment as 20%, so it will become, so that's 0.80, the 20% will be 0.96. okay, so video ad, you can take any example here. So I'll open this video here. Okay, so alright, so what I'll do is I'll copy the video URL here. Okay, so now here you'll have two options. One is skippable in-stream ad, one is called as in-feed video ad. So I'll click on skippable in-stream ad, right? So now I want to drive leads to my school bus tracking page, correct? Right? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll definitely click on this URL here. I'll copy the URL here. Call to action, you can say as sign up. Then you can 15 characters you have to create the headline. You can say fleet route. This is the brand. Okay, so then you can say, okay, so okay, so once you do that, right, so I'm sorry, there was a bit of disturbance here. Okay, so once you do that, you can give the ad as fleet route, school bus tracking system. Okay, so once that is done, we call save ad group. Okay friends, I hope this is clear. Yeah, yeah, so I hope I have helped you to understand how you can create in-stream ad as such, right? Okay, now as we discussed that you have to put more energy on the ad creative, then you have to do massive testing. Okay, okay, so you have to put more energy on the ad creative. You have to do massive testing, then you have to test different angles, you have to do different messaging. Okay, then what you have to do is you have to test 11 times more creatives than any other agencies. Okay, you need to have a very good creative team. So what you have to do is you have to test. You need to have a good opt-in page, email leads for the good messaging. Okay, so this is what you have to do. I hope this is clear, right? Okay, so this is what you have to do. So just give me a second, please. Right, so what you have to do is you have to download the free PDF report. So once you are doing YouTube ads campaign, it's very important that you need to have the lead magnet, right? So lead magnet could be in the form of free PDF report. Okay, so this is something you have to understand. Okay, then on the landing page you need to have the same messaging. Your messaging has to be congruent. Okay, right? Then once you do this, you need to have plugins, right? Like 𝗕𝗂𝗶𝗴, vidIQ. Then you have to find out what are they looking for. Then you have to test 3 to 4 ads. Okay, then what you have to do is change the beginning of the creative, right? Okay, it could be within first 3 seconds. Alright friends, so I'll show you some live examples here. So see, alright, so I am on this page, 𝗕𝗂𝗀 tracking system page. So what we discussed is, so we have actually given the lead magnet for our customer avatar. Like we have created a document which can help the schools when it comes to the tracking system, how they can safeguard the security of schools, right? This is what we have actually done. Okay, so this is important that you should have a lead magnet. So we have created a free PDF document for our customer avatar. Okay, so now on the landing page, right? So I need to have a same messaging in the YouTube ad format, right? So this is something you have to understand, that your messaging has to be same on the landing page, right? So make sure that when we are doing YouTube ads campaign, okay, so for example I'll take you on the audience campaign, right? Okay, so what messaging you are using in your in-feed video ad or discovery ad, that messaging has to be pretty similar once you are doing your YouTube ads campaign, right? Your messaging in your ads and in your landing page has to be pretty similar. I hope this makes sense, right? Okay, then you have to test 3 to 4 different ads. See, this is what we have done. In each ad group you need to have at least minimum 2 ads, maximum 3 to 4 ads. So once you do the testing of different ad, right, so you understand your which ad is performing and which is not performing. So ideally what you can do is you can test the CTR of the ad, right? Each ad is giving you how many impressions, how many views, and what is the conversion ratio of each ad copy. So you get to know which ad is performing and which ad is not performing ideally. So you have to test that. Okay, I hope this is clear, right? Okay, makes sense. Now I suggest that plug target keyword school bus tracking system. Okay, so we have installed different plugins here. Okay, so this is called as 𝗬𝗏𝗀 and this is binge-watch. So friends, I suggest that you should install this Google Chrome extension 𝗬𝗏𝗀 and binge-watch. 𝗬𝗏𝗀 is the amazing platform. Okay, so once you click on keyword explorer, okay, so you enter the target keyword here. So I'll say as school bus tracking system. I'll click on explorer. Okay, so it will tell me whether this keyword is good to target or not. So this keyword is giving me a score of 25 out of 100. It said like although this keyword is searched often, it's not great to target because it's very competitive and it would be hard to rank for. So what 𝗬𝗏𝗀 does is it will tell you which keywords you need to target. So ideally you should target those keywords which is less competitive and it is having high search volume. So this is something you need to understand the logic and the methodology while you're using 𝗬𝗏𝗀 and binge-watch, right? Okay, I hope this makes sense. Yeah, so see if I click on binge-watch as well. Okay, so I have enabled this search panel of binge-watch. So it tells me for the target keyword school bus tracker system, it has highest views 71,553, average views 12,104, subscribers is this 8,020, last 7 days for the score, then average age, time in title, time in repetition, and which are the top channels for this search term. It could be free food or 𝗬𝚬𝗂𝗀𝗏, wireless links, and which are the top rated opportunities. It's telling me. Okay, for example, school bus tracking app, school bus tracking software, school bus tracking. So these plugins will give you a lot of insights when it comes to your business model, friends. So I suggest that you should definitely try binge-watch and 𝗬𝗏𝗀. Okay, make sense? So let's go to slide number 8. Okay, now then you need to ask questions in the first 3 seconds of the video. Whenever you are making the video, friends, right, if at all you want to improve engagement for your videos, you have to ask questions in the first 3 seconds. Okay, then you have to find out how you can speak directly to your audience. This is something very important. Okay, so friends, keep this in mind. Okay, then it's very important to know your audience and make sure you speak directly to them. Okay, so whenever you are creating content on the YouTube platform and whenever you are running ads, it's important that you know who is your target customer, who is your dream customer. And if I know that yes, if I am selling school bus tracking system, my target customers are schools in Dubai, and my designation with whom I want to target is CEOs, principals, co-founders. Okay, so you need to figure out a process or how you can directly reach them. So ideally what you have to do is you have to build up a rapport with your target audience by consistently offering value-based content. Okay, once you do this, definitely this is going to help you out. Okay, so better you know your target customer, speak to your customer, friends, and then the conversation will be higher. Okay, so first is build up a rapport, and you need to build up know, like, and trust factor when it comes to your actual conversation with your target customer. Okay, yeah. Now there's one application called as Hotjar. Okay, so I suggest that you should use this application. Okay, you need to speak more directly to the desires of your customer. Okay, this is something very important. You have to look at the data and stats. What are they actually doing? You need to give more data and stats. Okay, then you have to hire a setter and a closer. Okay, so once you hire a setter and a closer, you need to take a very proactive approach. Okay, once it coming to setting up your campaign, right, Once that's done, you have to optimize your conversion process, okay, via Hotjar. And once you do this, okay, then your process gets completed. Okay, so friends, I suggest that you should use Hotjar. Okay, so I'll take you to the application hotjar.com. Okay, so it's amazing application, friends. So basically what Hotjar will tell you, it will understand how user behave on your site, what they need and how they feel fast. Okay friends, basically this is a part of heat map analysis. Alright friends, so if I want to do heat map analysis for school bus tracking page, you can do it with Hotjar. So Hotjar is a paid application platform. Okay, so you can check their plans here. So they have a free version here. You can do up to 35 daily sessions. It can capture the data automatically. It will give you unlimited heat maps and it will give you up to 1050 recordings a month, and it will create and store sweep surveys and incoming feedbacks widgets. So friends, I suggest that this is the good offer in front of you, so you should definitely try Hotjar, right friends? Okay, so let's move forward. Okay, and auto webinars would really be very nice, so you should also opt for auto webinars. Okay, then what you have to do is you have to convert someone on the phone by providing a solution. So let's say for example you are a school bus tracking system provider and your target customer avatar are schools. Okay, so they basically the principals. So what you have to do is initially you need to know what are the pain points of your target customers, right? So basically schools go for school bus tracking system for security reasons. Okay, basically, so you need to understand what are the pain points. Okay, based on the pain point you can give your product as a solution to your target customer, right? So I suggest friends that application funnels, they work wonders, because ideally application funnels consist of video sales letter, right? So you should definitely try application funnels. Okay, so the more you understand your customer, the better. Okay, so in that case you should have an auto sales page, an auto webinar. Then you have to speak to people and talk about the products or services, right friends? I hope this makes sense. Yeah, so let's say okay, so let's say I assume that this is the auto sales page, right friends? So what we have done is we also provide VSL, that's called video sales letter. So ideally we just try to create a VSL here on the right hand side. Okay, then this is kind of an application funnel. See, when user comes to the page, he will directly give an inbound call and you get a lead, or they'll sign up for a free demo. So that's how your application funnel, it will definitely work wonders friends. I hope this is clear. Yeah, are going to help you to improve sales. Okay, so you can get direct feedback on the webinars, scale it to people, then you can automate the process, as well as you can run ads, right? It's important that you have to understand your audience as much as you can. Okay, once that's done, turn it into an auto webinar. As we already discussed, that you need to know your customer avatar. I have already told you this point in my previous slides, like my target customer avatar, if at all I'm selling a school bus tracking system solutions, are principals. Okay, basically principals or schools, principals in schools based out in Dubai. Then once that's done, you need to know your customer avatar, then your ads, your lead magnets, your conversions, your video sales letter, they are completely dependent on your customer avatar, friends. So this is very important. Okay, school principals, school co-founders, school CEOs, schools, you can say CFOs, or okay, so basically they are my customer avatar. So if at all I am selling a school bus tracker system, so my ads related to school bus tracker system, my lead magnet in relation to school bus tracker system, my conversions, my VSLs, definitely, you know, that will be completely correlated to my target customer, which is also called as customer avatar. Okay, so basically you have to run ads to an application funnel. Okay, then that application funnel will get them to the call. Okay, so ideally this is what we have done. Okay, so I have already taken you to the YouTube dashboard, right? So I'll take you to all campaigns here. Okay, so I'll control F, I'll say was tracking system. So okay, so tracking, so I'll just take you to a live example campaign which we did set up here. Okay, so school bus TPS tracking app, right? So basically we did set up a campaign here. Okay, so I click on the ad group here. Okay, so basically we pause this campaign, but we did run ads. Okay, okay, so to drive inbound leads. So basically we tried different formats here in free video ads as well as skippable in-stream ads. So this is what we tried to do, right? Now let's go to slide number 12. Okay, so as we already discussed, basically it's important that once you do the webinar, you can answer people questions at the webinar. You know the right people can turn up through your YouTube ads. Okay, then you need to know what is the goal of your ad. Okay, once you're doing a YouTube ads campaign, what is the goal, right? So then you have to create the personified version of your video. That's very important, friends. Once you create the personified version of your video, you have to put some metrics and then you have to start testing it, right? Then what you have to do is you can understand based on the data. Then you can do a discovery ad, target people who have already seen your videos. Then what you have to do is rescoop more people who already trust you, right, friends? I hope this makes sense. Okay, so ideally, friends, whenever you're doing campaigns, I suggest you should do webinars on Zoom. Then you can turn it into auto webinar. You can run ads for that, right? Okay, so ideally what you can do is I'll take you to some examples here. Okay, so here is YouTube bus tracking system. Okay, so I click here.
GoDaddy की बेस्ट होस्टिंग सर्विसेज पाओ। जब वेबसाइट डाउन नहीं होगी तो बिजनेस अप ही होगा ना।
Children's
So
safety
basically
and
what we
security are
tried to do
becoming a
is
top concern for
we created a personified version of this video.
parents and
Just go through
schools
it.
while on transit. Lack of visibility, control over the drivers, routes have been a worry for parents and school authorities in recent times. Fleet Route addresses this pain point, connecting the school bus with parents and school authorities. It helps to get information about real-time bus locations, details related to boarding and off-boarding notifications, and give alerts on any kind of irregularities while their child is on transit. Fleet Route School module helps the transport authorities to optimize trip routes, improve fleets and seat utilization, manage fees collections, and increase utmost safety and security of the students while on transit through the connected driver identifications. Help schools
Okay,
and
friends, so
transport
I hope you
authorities
understand that you have to create a sonified version of a video. This is what we have been doing. Okay, so I give you a live example. Alright friends, so you understood, right? So how are we actually doing YouTube ads campaign here? Okay, so make sense? Yeah. If at all you have any questions, then definitely you can ask me in the comment section. I would be happy to help you out. Okay, alright. So thank you for your valuable time. Have a good day. Bye bye.